Today's topic.
I would write something about being, 52 or 53 and looking like this, and people would comment with, well, big fucking deal, J-Lo is a lot better looking than you, and she's only like 2 years younger.
So Taylor brought this issue up to me and about the new ism, which is actually not that new. It's just being rehashed once again by the left. You gotta love it. About ageism. And so we decided to talk about, does ageism actually exist in the dating market, or is it just sexual preference? Like women all the time love to say how, I don't know many women who say they want to date poor or short guys. They always want to date tall or whatever guys. But anytime a man says, he wants a certain thing, such as a younger woman, now the men's ideal of what he wants in dating is then villainized as his, oh my God, you're ageist, or you're a fat shamer, you're a slut shamer. It's like, no, I just have sexual preferences of things that I want in a woman, and they tend to have not to be old, a slut, or,
unhealthy.
But I'll let Taylor kind of take over because you're the one who brought the article.
Yeah, so I read this actually on Yahoo. So this is Paulina Peritskova, the beautiful supermodel who has been in Estee Lauder. She's been in Sports Illustrated. I mean, she has had quite the career. And now she is speaking out a lot about the concept of ageism. So let me read you guys this article. This is, speaking to Los Angeles Magazine, the 56-year-old talked about a time when she and her former spouse were out in Las Vegas. We were going out for the night and I got really done up. Tight black dress, plunging neckline, red lips, really high heels. I was walking through the casino and I thought I looked really hot, like I was sauntering down a runway. But I wasn't getting noticed. In the past, there'd always been this tiny bit of friction when I walked through a crowd, this infinitesimal moment of awareness. But that night in Vegas, for the first time, there was none of that. It was like nobody even saw me.
Welcome to the existence of ugly people.
Not even ugly people.
Ugly, short, poor people.
Not even those. Welcome to the existence of a not supermodel. Like, she was so completely shocked not every single eye was on her.
This is how, but this is the thing. A lot of women operate on this level of lack of self-awareness. They just truly believe everyone must pay attention to me. Like, even more so probably if you are a supermodel, you're just so used to having attention. I can only imagine how disconnected you are from reality. And it just blows my mind all the time because we talk about this in the course, we talk about it in the book all the time, but it's like your sexual marketplace value decreases with your age. And of course, there's all this feminist ranting, I actually developed the model. It's like the Yes Queen model, and it shows how women perceive themselves over time. They just think that they're going to have the same sexual marketplace value as they did when they were 18 to 24 as when they're 40 or 50 years old. Right, it's that's just not reality.
It's not. It's not.
No amount of bitching and screaming and ranting from the left is going to change the facts of human nature.
Mm-hmm. We all get our chance at the buffet, okay? Her chance at the buffet was probably between the age of 18 and probably even longer for her. She probably pushed hers out, because she's a supermodel. So she's probably at the buffet, what do you say, 18 to 35,
at
40?
Least. I would say at least 18 to 35.
She has not only had a successful career, but she's had a marriage.
And she made money. No, she even admits how she made more money than her mother and father made during the time when she went to first work out in modeling. So it's you financially benefited off of this system, and now you're upset that the system isn't rewarding you anymore. You look what she says.
What am I looking for in a guy? That's a really good question. A 50-year-old woman's dating pool is really more of a puddle anyway.
What did you expect? You thought you were just going to be, you just really believed your shit was never going to stink.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, Taylor. You know how I feel about all these isms, like ageism, fat shaming, slut shaming. I think they're all means that the left uses to validate women's poor choices in life.
Yeah, I think it's easy to have a villain in the story. I think that ultimately the patriarchy and men are villainized when in reality women should be perceived in such a manner as well. Like you said, no one's calling women, oh, you have shortism. Oh, you have
'Cause it sounds-
socioeconomic status isms.
It's stupid when you say
but
it.
those are our nature as women. As women, we look for the man who is a little bit taller. We look for the man who has more ability to provide financially. And so, but that's not villainized. It's always villainized from the man perspective because society is largely, the social perceptions are largely ran by women. For women. And so I think that this whole concept of this is ageism and the fact that now she doesn't have a big dating pool and she wasn't noticed as she's walking down the street. Like, come on.
Like, really, honey? That's like the existence for, if you're like an ugly.
You're going to expect like geriatric people who are up in the nursing home, like, you're being ageist to me.
I know that people don't like generalizations when it comes to dating or life or love. They just want to feel like it's all very unique to them. And, you know, there's this one person who's out there and it's like, okay, it's cool.
World of possibilities.
It's like, it's a world of possibilities. I don't deal in possibilities. I deal in probabilities. I like statistics. I like things that are measured. And here's the truth. Like, humans universally, doesn't matter if you're in South America, doesn't matter if you're in Africa, doesn't matter if you're in America, doesn't matter if you're in Europe, you generally look for universally the same things, and age is one of those factors. Mm-hmm. So this is why we came up these graphs. Like, you can see the graphs here is like, you know, we have for like female sexual marketplace value, we have for male sexual marketplace value, we have comparative sexual marketplace value, but even more so now we have like called, it's funny, but I call it the Yas Queen sexual marketplace value. And it's like, this shows how women think and perceive, and there's so much inflation in the sexual marketplace, and people don't realize like no amount of pandering and media on the left is going to change human nature.
Right.
Like you can say you're going to do all these things and I'm going to be sexually liberated till I'm in my 30s and 40s and I'm going to settle down and the people are still going to pursue me. It's not going to change. Like, even a supermodel had to come to terms with the reality is like, damn, I'm not as valued anymore, or I was valued just for my looks. It's like, yes, you were valued for your looks. You are just now realizing this.
You were paid millions of dollars for your looks.
You're just literally, and you're just now realizing that. Mm-hmm. You're just now realizing that.
Now, I applaud her for standing up for the natural female beauty. No, that's the only thing I think. I think that she should be standing up for women to look more natural and to not get as much work done as they age.
I can agree with that.
But that's about it.
That's the only thing I agree with it. I do think, natural beauty, I do love seeing that in a woman. Like, when I see women with lip fillers, I'm like, man, now I can't even tell what my kids are going to look like. It's like, you got so much work fucking done. I don't even know what my kids look like. I think they look ugly as hell. Because I don't even know what you look like.
You don't even know. It's a trap.
It's a trap. That's what I'm saying. God. Like, when I see women with lip fillers, I'm just like, oh, god damn. I don't know how big your lips are. It's like, and then, like, you see women with, like, Brazilian butt lifts and breast implants. I'm like, man, I'm going to have some ugly-ass kids. That's what, like, in my mind as a man, that's where I go. It's like, yeah, recreational use, but outside of that, it's just, it's not a good bet. And I think also for me, I do agree with the whole natural beauty. I think I do love seeing natural beauty on a woman like that. I think that is the most that truly is authentic you, right?
Yeah, and that is what will stop her perceived what argument she is making about ageism. That is one way to combat ageism. But in her own,
she's trying to level the playing field. That's what she's trying to do. When you really think about it, she's trying to level the playing field. She's really
because she knows. Okay, I'm being natural out here, and I look good. I look better than all y'all asses. Okay?
But you guys,
you all need to stop getting work done so I can be at the top again.
Yeah, and that's why I say I don't think it's not genuine. It's not genuine whatsoever. I
didn't even notice that. That's
yeah. So that's why for me, I think when I look at this, It's like, look at the makeup industry. It makes billions of dollars each year. What does it do to make women look younger?
Yep.
So it's like this. The reality is this. You don't have to believe in the game that's being played in the dating market. You can just, be very fatalistic and say, oh, whatever happens, happens. And it's going to all work out. It's like, sure, don't aim at a target. But then don't be upset when you don't get what you want out of life. Because the reality is this, is like, if you have like a natural beauty like this, I would capitalize on it. Yeah. But understand what it is. It is something that is for a limited and finite amount of time. And don't assume that you're always going to have this level of attractiveness. Don't assume like men are always going to pursue you at this same level just because they're doing it now. And we try to tell this to a lot of girls. It's like, attracting a man is not your game. That's not your game. It's very easy to attract a man. Keeping a man, that's a whole entirely different game. And I would say that just like for men have to learn how to pursue women in order to get them to sleep with them. Women have to learn how to keep a man.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. Men have to learn how to pursue after women to get them, convince them like, hey, I'm your best bet for long-term security. You also in the same way have to pursue and learn this, like, how do I keep this man happy in the long term to make him know that he's going to want to be able to take care of me when I don't look good and I'm fat and ugly later in life. Just saying.
And old, wrinkly.
And old, whatever.
As Paulina Peretzkova.
Paulina, that's what I'm saying. So it's like girl game is to retain a man,
Yeah.
guy game is to get the girl. So.
And speaking of game, if you want to learn more about your game, we actually have a sexual marketplace calculator for you guys to go on there, type in your info, and and see how you stack up.
Yeah.
Give them the website.
Oh yeah,
link below.
sexualmarketplace.org.
Sexualmarketplace.org, you guys, seriously. It is really helpful in enlightening you into where you stand in your sexual marketplace value because it is not infinite. So,
to caveat off what Taylor's saying is that realize that you have a finite amount of time to secure your best possible long-term partner for a man and a woman, right?
yep.
Like,
It's not ageism.
It's not ageism. It's just the reality of life that we
Yeah.
kind of push to the wayside. So as always, if you're looking for real relationships
And real connection.
then let's get started.